I've got a future for you guys. I really love it. And I do have 2 MLB plays for you guys. I know MLB has been dismal. It's been boring. It hasn't been fun. But it's okay. This is the free 3. I've got 3 picks on the way for you. Let's get into it today. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks and the plays of the day as we just try to get to the bag together. And we're just trying to get to that money. So let's kind of recap what's been going on here on the channel for the last few days. It's been a losing streak. It's not been fun. It's been a cold August. Not gonna lie. Yesterday on the channel, we gave out 2 quick plays. They both lost, okay? 0-2 on the day yesterday. Pirates first 5 money line, Twins money line, both of those lost. So 0-2 on the day. Earlier this week, what was that? Monday we did that. So maybe Friday I put out a channel. I think we went 1-2 on the show on Friday. I think we got Eric Gotti's pitching outs for the Houston Astros in that one. And then we lost on the Jonquel Jones pick and the Mets and Padres NRFI. I think that was what happened last. So to kind of recap everything, let's look at the year-to-date record right now. We're about 6 games under 500. We only have about 3 or 4 days left in August, so I don't know if 100% sure if we're going to get over 500. I'm not going to be, not 100% sure. I'm not going to force it either because we have college football. We literally have games Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday in college football. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for us to make money. And then NFL starts the very next week. We've got Thursday night football. We've got a game, I think, on Saturday or Saturday, and then obviously the full game on slate on Sunday. And then we got Monday night football. A lot of time, my friends, to make money back. I know that it's been a rough August. Bear with me. Stay with us here on the channel, all right? And I promise you, we're going to turn things around. We're going to get hot here. It's just dog days of baseball. It gets boring sometimes. It's tough to get the right reads. You got guys coming up from the minor leagues. You got pitchers that are giving up runs to guys they shouldn't be losing to. Just a whole bunch of lot of stuff on. But for today, we're going to run it back. I've got a NRFI on the way. I've got a team total. And I also got a college football playoff future bet for you guys. Let's get into these winners for today and smash that subscribe button and that like button, and I'm going to take care of you guys. All right, let's get into it. For my first best bet of the day, let us head to the MLB card real quick. Let's get this out of the way real fast. And let's go to the NRFI of the day. And it's the NRFI that I like at really good odds value. And we're going to go to the Pirates and Cubs matchup here. We've got Justin Steele on the mound for the Cubs. We've got Jared Jones on the mound for the Pirates. This is minus 115 odds here. I really like that. And both of these guys have been very strong to the NRFI this year. Justin Steele, 18-3 on the NRFI. He's hit his last 4 in a row. Meanwhile, Jared Jones is 12-4 on the year, hitting his last 1 in a row. But both of these teams offensively start off really slow. The Pirates, 80% NRFI success rate. What does that mean? They don't score a run in the first inning 80% of the time. Meanwhile, the Cubs are not much better than them. 77% of the time they don't score a run in the first inning. So with that in mind, both of these teams not really strong out the gate. Both of these pitchers have pitched well out the gate. And I think this is a good start for both of these teams, both of these matchups here. Justin Steele, Jared Jones, don't overthink it. We're going to need 6 outs. Both of these guys have been a NRFI machine all year. Let's run it back today for our first pick of the day. Now, moving on to our second best bet of the day. I told you guys I have a team total. If you're going to guess what it might be, then that means you're a fan of the channel. And you know what that means. It's Corbin Burns Day. No, not Corbin Burns Day. Patrick Corbin Day. Mixed up the names there. But Patrick Corbin. And you guys know when Patrick Corbin's on the mound, we typically tend to fade him. But when he's on the mound against a really good offense, we really want to fade him. But there's really not good odds value on the books right now for us to be able to do that. So as a result, we're just going to take the team total. And we're going to isolate this to the Yankees against the Nationals. We're going to take the team total of the Yankees over 5.5 runs, minus 115 odds. I get it. It's high. Most times when you get a team total in baseball, it's going to be around 4.5, and it's going to be damn near at plus money. We're not getting that here. Well, that's probably because of how bad Patrick Corbin's been, but also how hot the Yankees offense has been. Over the last 30 days, the Yankees are the number 4 team in baseball in terms of the most runs scored per game. They're averaging 5.5 runs scored per game over the last 30 days. They're averaging 5.5 runs per game over the last 30 days. You can't beat that. They have a 65% win percentage, and now they're sending Garrett Cole to the mound, who's not a guy who really needs a whole lot of run support. But like I said, Patrick Corbin, I'm going to continue to fade Patrick Corbin for as long as I can because the guy's a 5.73 ERA. I mean, yeah, last start against the Rockies, he went 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, giving up and 1 home run, which wasn't too bad. And his start before that against the Phillies, 4 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs given up. But that Phillies offense has been been really dismal over the last month. And so has that Rockies offense. This is not the same type of offense that he's going to be facing against the Yankees, who's had Judge, who's hit more home runs than just about any MLB team over the last 30 days. Same thing with Soto, who's probably top 5 right now in the most home runs in the last 30 days. We have Giancarlo Stanton back from injury, and he's been a big bolster for that lineup for the Yankees. I mean, look at that lineup. You've got Soto, you've got Judge, you've got Stanton, then you've got Chisholm coming behind it. That's just a loaded lineup right there. Ton of offense, ton of power. We also know what can happen when you get guys on base. Patrick Corbin is a strikeout guy, but he's also a pitch-to-contact guy. You throw that pitch over the plate to Judge, you throw that pitch over the plate to Soto, to Stanton, that thing is going yards. 5.5 runs is not asking for too much. They scored 5 runs yesterday against this Nationals team. Yes, we're going to need one more run here, but I think it can definitely happen against Patrick Corbin. Yes, he's had 2 real strong starts and back-to-back starts, but before that, to start this month, 4 runs against the Angels, 4 runs against the Nationals, 4 runs against the Angels, 4 runs against the Giants, and then 10 runs against the Diamondbacks. All these numbers here are a point of concern. I think that's what we're going to get out of Corbin here today. And when you also take a look at his home road splits, he has an over 5 ERA at home this year with the 2.62 opponent's batting average with 12 home runs. That's not going to get it done. So give me the Yankees team total over 5.5 runs is our second pick of the day. For our third and final best bet of the day, we're going to go to a college football future bet. Guys, I know it's college football season, so I want to start giving you guys some college football plays here. How hopefully that eases the blow a little bit about what's going on with baseball. And for this college football play, I really like what we've got cooking here. And I'm going to go with the Utah Utes to make the college football playoff. Plus 200 odds. I really like this. Obviously, this is the first year that we have the college football playoff expanded from 4 teams into 12 teams. So a lot more teams are going to make it this year. But the Utah Utes are a team that I got on my radar. Not only to go deep in the college football playoff, I don't know if they're going to go that deep, but they are a team that's very consistent. They're a team that is in a very weak, I'm not going to say it's a weak Big 12 conference, but it's not the best, okay? You've got the SEC obviously at the top. Then you probably got the Big 10 now with some of the new teams like Oregon there. Obviously, you got the Ohio State, the Penn States of the world, all right, the Michigans of the world. And then after that, I would say the Big 12, the ACC are kind of tied for the next spot in terms of like the third kind of best conference. But when you look at it, I believe this conference is wide open. So you're probably saying, no, but why don't you take Utah to win the Big 12 then? Because when you look at the odds on that, Utah to win the Big 12 is at plus 275. For them to make the college football playoff, it's plus 200. What makes more sense? To bet on one team to win the Big 12 or for them to become one of 12 teams to make the college football playoff? And this is the year that you can lose 2-3 games and still make the college football playoff. I'm not going to say that's going to happen to Utah, but I do think that they can get in with 2 losses, maybe 3 losses. And keep in mind that this is a Utah team that is returning their best player, Cameron Rising. He missed all of last year with that ACL injury, with that knee injury, and he's coming back. Kyle Whittingham, he's built one of the best programs, the most stable programs there, dating back to the Pac-12 days. And yes, they're in a new Big 12 conference, but this is a team defensively that I think can cause a lot of havoc in a conference that is not necessarily known for their defense. Obviously, with Cameron Rising, they can put up a lot of points offensively as well, which is going to help them out here. And when you take a look at this Ute schedule this year, I don't see them losing more than 2-3 games. Let's look at it. They start off the season on Thursday against Southern Utah. That should be a smack. They play Baylor. They should beat Baylor. They play Utah State. They should beat Utah State. Oklahoma State, okay, that can go either way because that game is at Stillwater. Oklahoma State is a great program, great running back over there. That might be a loss for them. Then they play Arizona. That game is at home for them. Arizona is ranked. Arizona has a really good program. They brought in that transfer quarterback there. There's a lot of hype on that Arizona team, but Utah's at home, one of the toughest places to play in the country. So I will back Utah in that game. So right now we're looking at about 4 wins, 1 loss. Then they play Arizona State, which they should win. They play TCU, which they should win. They play Houston, which they should win. They play BYU at home, which they should win. They play TCU at home as well. Then they go on the road to Colorado. Okay. A lot of hype around that game. I'm not drinking the Deion's Kool-Aid. I loved it last year. We got to see what that team looks like this year, right? Then they're at home against Iowa State, then on the road against UCF. Out of all those teams, probably Oklahoma State on the road, Arizona at home, maybe the Houston, Colorado games, because those are on the road, are their biggest chances of losing. And even if they lose one, maybe two of those games to the quality opponents, if they use the Utah States of the world or the Baylor, the Southern Utahs, then okay, that's a different conversation. They should at least make it to the Big 12 championship game. And if that's the case, then I think they get into the college football playoff. I think this is the best odds value of some of the teams that we're seeing right now. Ohio State, super juiced to make the playoffs. Same thing with Georgia. Same thing with Oregon. There's a lot of teams right there that they're predicting is going to automatically get in. Keep in mind, the Big 12 gets an automatic bid as well. So they win their conference outright, we automatically get in. We don't have to sweat it. But even if they do lose that conference matchup, there's still a chance for them to get in. I like Utah here. Quarterbacks returning. Great program. Great coaching. Very tough place to play. Defense has always been ramped up, and I think this is actually working towards their benefit because I think sometimes their defense was a little bit of an outlier in a Pac-12 conference where you had to score 40, 45, 50 points to be competitive. I don't see that happening today. I don't see that happening this year, especially with some of the opponents that they have. Utah to make the college football playoff at plus 200. You can't beat that. I like that as our third and final best bet of the day and for our first college football future of the day. So let's lock that in. Well, that's it for me today, my friends. Two best bets for this card and one future bet that I'm putting in as well. Give me the NRFI and the Cubs and Pirates matchup. Give me the Yankees team total over 5.5. And then also we're going to take the Utah Utes to make the college football playoff. That is our first future play here on the channel. I'll have a few more. Come back tomorrow because I'll have another game. I'll have another matchup in the college football playoff that you guys want to take a look at. Might be a future. It might be a bet for Thursday. We'll see. But you got to tune in to check it out. As always, let's get to that money. Make that cheddar, and I'll see you on tomorrow's video. Later, guys.